What's up guys, Chartsmith here, back again with a new video, and in this one we are gonna take a look at Hype, also known as Hyperliquid. This crypto coin is still trading higher, but since the last video there has happened a lot. In the last video I talked about the recent pullback we had, and right now some interesting things have happened. So make sure to watch until the end to really know what's going on Hyperliquid and what you can expect next. Let's repeat what we talked about the last time. On the weekly we have this uptrend. This means that in between this low and this high we can look for a higher low and a new higher high. Then I talked about this daily structure pull we had that we broke towards the downside, indicating that on our daily time frame we are expecting lower highs and lower lows until we have taken out enough liquidity from the lows. Then we zoomed in even more and we saw this internal 4-hour pullback that brought us towards a liquidity hunt of a lot of build-up trend liquidity and they tap into a strong demand zone. From there we traded up, creating higher lows and higher highs, and that is where we left off the last video. I pointed out that this demand zone was your zone to look for a continuation long on a hype. We didn't unfortunately get the entry we wanted and thereby no trade. Why? I had this range in my chart, so I was looking at a retest on either the extreme demand or a third tap outside of our range to look for an accumulation and long. We didn't get it, but you don't get to trade everything, even though a nice move from our last pointed out POI zone. That makes this our new low to hold, and we can look for new zones where we can put in the new higher low and higher high to trade higher, because on a weekly we expected to put in a swing low somewhere, and this was pretty much the most perfect place to do it. Okay, let's zoom in a bit. What happened here? I instantly see that this structured demand has already been used to trade higher right there. And when we use this demand just before trading over our high, confirming this higher low, we made another pullback, giving us a structured demand we can use to trade higher. So this also will be my long POI zone on Hype, Hyperliquid, to look for local continuation longs. We have a bit more of a refined zone on the 50-minute right here, which we can also draw in. Of course, we can take out this liquidity and trade higher, and otherwise we also have this refined zone on the 50-minute with these two liquidity points below it, which we can take out and trade higher from there, because it is still all above our low to hold. If we're gonna need even more liquidity, like these lows over there, we have a last demand to hold, which is still untested, where we can also put in a higher low and a higher high. Right now we are seeing some rejection from this supply we have right here in combination with some strong liquidity highs, which can be difficult to take out for the market, and we are seeing some rejection. With this rejection we're also making a range. What can this mean? We can maybe look for a short into the long in one of these zones. What would that look like? In this case, we still have these liquidity points open. If we are gonna trade up from here, deviate the high once more with taking out that liquidity point, then I want to look for local shorts to trade towards at least the first demand and see what can happen from there for our long scenarios. So we are expecting more upside on Hyperliquid, but right now we can look for a bit of downside before we can trade more upside. If you want to be updated on coins like Hype or other crypto pairs, make sure to join the free Discord community down below, and I would love to see and talk about the markets with you there. And then this will be it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao!